All right, this one's going to be a little bit of a workaround for us to create a... All right, so if you look at the top of my Google Classroom, you'll see this GIF of my Bitmoji classroom. So you see it's animated, I'm running through, pointing to my welcome slide, landing on the couch, whatever. So let's talk about how do you create this GIF for your Google Classroom. So it's going to be a bit of a workaround to make this happen because your district probably will not let you get the Chrome extension. So you need to use a different Gmail account instead of your school account. Okay. So I'm logged in here to my personal account and I'm going to go to Google Slides and open a blank document. Go ahead and delete the title and the subtitle just like you do for a regular Bitmoji classroom. But now we need this to be the size of the header of Google Classroom. So you are going to go to File, Page Setup, and change it from widescreen to custom. Your custom dimensions are 16.67 by 4.17. So File, Page Setup, change it to custom, and make it 16.67 to 4.17. Apply that. Now we're going to insert image and search the web for any kind of wall background. And maybe wall and floor background. And so look through until you find one that you like and just drag it over. You can also click on it and insert it either way. And then stretch it to fit the dimensions of this page. This one has this plant, and when I stretched it, it made it look funky, so I don't really like this one. I'm going to pick a different one. It doesn't matter. You can scroll through until you find one that you like, or you can custom make your own by finding a wall and then finding the floor. Once you create your background, your wall and your floor together, then you start decorating your room. So we want to start with transparent. Any image that you put on here, you want to make sure it has a transparent background. So transparent couch. And you can look through and see if there's one that you like. And search for if you want a couch. And just drag it over. Make it smaller so that it's the right size. We're going to bump that up just a smidge. And let's do a transparent. You can do a TV or a whiteboard for your classroom. And when you find it, just drag it over. Put it where you want it. I actually think I'm going to delete my couch. And instead of using a couch for this one, because I already have one with a couch, I think I want to use a desk. Or a table. And again, make it smaller. If you want a plant or a light, a lamp, a bookshelf, this one is not going to be editable because it's just a header, so you don't have to make it where it's blank for you to add the icons to have it where the students can click on the classroom. So if you do a bookshelf, you want to make sure that it's one that's already filled with stuff. Like you don't want this empty one because there's nothing for you to put in there for the students to click on. So we want this to be a finished room. So let's go ahead and put all these pieces together. Okay, now that I have my classroom created, I've added some inspirational posters. a rug, a table with some books, a bookshelf. I even have a cute little chandelier here in the corner. Remember, everything you put in here is transparent, and then search. So now I'm going to utilize Bitmoji. Bitmoji is an extension that you can add to your Google Chrome. That way you can just drag and drop your Bitmoji into place. So before we add our Bitmojis, we want to take and copy and paste this room, now that it's set up, 4 or 5 times, however many Bitmojis that you want. And so on the first one, we're going to lay out all of our Bitmojis, how we want them to look throughout. So think about how you want this video to play out, this GIF to play out, and lay them, proportion them out where you want them to be on this first one. That way we can see visually how everything looks. So you're going to click in the top corner on your Bitmoji and search. Maybe you want hey, you want to pop in, hi, whatever you want it to look like. So you can go through and look and see. I think I'm going to use this one and bring her down because she's way too big for this. Lay her right there. And now I'm going to go through and find 4 more Bitmojis and think about what you want the end picture to be. So go through and find your other 4. Click on Bitmoji. Find the one you want, proportion it, make it smaller or bigger depending on the one that you want. If you've got another one, because mine is going to next be by a table, I want one that shows her reading. So we're going to grab a book and read real quick, make that smaller because she's too big for the room. So I need 2 more, and I want to wind up over here on this side of the room. And the last one I want is one pointing at the board. So I've got this one that I'm going to drag over, but my board is the opposite direction. So all I'm going to do is right click, rotate, flip horizontally. So now she's pointing to my sign. So make sure all of them are proportionally accurate. You think any of them needs to be moved. And once you're satisfied, now you're going to cut and paste them on the slide where they are going to end up. So the last one will go on the last one, the next to the last one, so on and so forth, until I have cut all of them from the first one and put them on the appropriate slide. So now if you click on the top one and use your arrows, you can see how it's going to look once you turn this into a GIF. So now what you're going to do is, again, you're using your personal account. You're going to click on add-ons. You will have Get Add-ons, and you will find Creator Studio. I've already downloaded this for mine, but it's an extension for Google Chrome. Download Creator Studio, and it might say open. It might give you options. If it gives you options, go ahead and create GIF. If yours just says open it. You'll be able to save it as a GIF later on. So it takes it just a minute to process this. You want your output width to be 1600. And you want your intervals to be, I did 0.6 on mine. You want animated GIF and go. So now it's going to download it, which is why it doesn't matter if you are logged on underneath your school account or a personal account, because you're going to have to download it anyways. So now go to your Google Drive, and it'll save it in your Google Drive of your personal account. And I didn't label mine, so mine's an untitled presentation. So I'm just going to right click on this and download it onto my computer. And now I need to go to my Google Classroom. So here I'm at my Google Classroom, And I'm going to click Upload Photo. Select from your computer and find the downloaded image. You want to select the whole area, so go ahead and stretch this out all the way so that it fills up the whole space. And select Class Theme. And now you have your animated Bitmoji Classroom for a header on your Google Classroom.